Hey, welcome to the show. We're going to go round 2 here.
We kind of started the show and didn't realize we weren't live yet, but we do have a very special surprise for you here on the R&D show today.
We do. It's the R&D. I'm Rob.
And I'm PT Dan. And we do have some special guests in studio today.
Yeah, let's
and
there they are. All right.
So we're going to find out who these people are. We have a very special back to school episode for you all. And one of the best things about this, we have not just these special guests, we have another special guest who's going to teach a little art class for us. But we're going to be recapping the 605 Pop Culture Con from Voices Against Cancer. And we're going to learn some things.
Yes.
All righty.
And
ready?
since this is round 2, I mean, we got to admit, we were.
I mean, I think
we were late on purpose.
I would say it was on purpose, but also
we forgot to hit one button. One
button made all the difference.
So,
but now we're live, and we love being with all of you. Thank you for being on our show. Thank you for being on our show.
Yes.
And
grab yourselves papers.
Yep.
Pencils
and a marker, a pencil,
and a marker.
Yep.
And you'll be set. So let's get everybody introduced here.
Welcome to our back to school episode. Take 2.
Hello.
Let's meet our guests, huh?
Yes. Go ahead.
Hi, I'm Alexis. Hi, I'm Holly. And I'm Haley.
And we are very happy that you're here. We are going to be learning a few things about, we're going to talk about back to school. We're going to be learning a few things about art, creativity, resilience, facing back to school stuff. And we have a wonderful teacher with us today.
Are you guys excited?
Yes.
Yes.
You
Take
can
2, right?
Barely see me today. This is going to be a great episode for all of you.
This is going to be the best one. Highest ratings.
Yep.
Spread the word.
It didn't have Dan's weird face in it.
That's all right. Here we go. Are you guys ready?
Are
you guys ready for back to school?
Yeah. How's
Kind of,
Yeah.
sorta?
Did it happen already? Are you guys back in class yet?
No,
No, not yet.
When do
Okay.
you guys start?
Thursday.
Oh, man. Okay,
Thursday.
let's talk about grades.
Okay.
What grade are you in?
I'm going to be in fourth, 6th.
All right.
6th grade, middle school.
That's a whole different world, isn't it? Is it kind of nerve-wracking?
Yeah.
It'll be fun.
There's a lot of cool things about middle school too.
Mm-hmm.
They have better food.
I think I've heard that they have better vending machines. I know that.
You have different classes.
Vending machine?
Yeah.
Yeah.
But change is never easy. Change can be very tough. So everybody can be a little bit nervous. We're nervous right now. Can't you tell?
Yep,
No.
it's
No.
probably
No?
because we tried to air this episode at 7 and then had to redo it.
Right. Yeah.
You never know when things like that are going to happen.
It's all good. So we have one of the best artists. Are we live? I think we're live. Okay.
All right.
But we can't hear it.
Nobody can hear us.
Okay.
Are we on?
Test. There we go. Now we can hear.
We're seeing it on there.
We're seeing it on our end.
All right. Okay. Hey, if you, I tell you what, if you're in the comments right now and you want to let us know if you can actually hear us, that'd be awesome. Because we're being told by our main level crew, not the basement crew, the basement studio crew, but our main level crew, that we have no audio. So if you can hear us, why not give us a thumbs up or a like or a comment? You can.
Comments would help. See, that's the thing is, we should see like 27 comments on the side that says, "Hey, goobers,
turn your mics
on," and everything else. And so, if you have any comments, we do have some comments. Can you click on the comments?
I think we should. Oh yeah, let's do it. We should talk about our amazing guests.
Yes, can hear you now.
Oh,
thank you.
Woo!
And their eyes on here.
Yeah.
And there you go.
We have the best guests ever. And so I feel like if you want to give our guests some love in the comments, that'd be a good thing too, because they're working very hard. And just
Definitely.
wait. More on the way.
So now that we have audio.
Yes. Video.
And video.
And we're live on the internet.
Thank goodness. Again, episode 5, live. this is what happens. So thank you for your patience. Our teacher is patiently waiting in the mix. I don't think we heard. So let's say this one more time. I'm Rob.
Alexis, Holly, Haley,
and PT Dan.
And this is our back to school episode. Third time's a charm.
We're very excited to share the recap for 605 Pop Culture Con. We're very excited to be with all of you, and I'm excited for our class. You guys ready to get started with Doug?
yeah.
Paper,
right,
pencil, marker. Let's get going.
We have veteran artist Doug Mahnke. I'm sorry, he's the master artist at DC Comics, and you gotta see this guy's repertoire. If you want a really fun Instagram scroll, check out at the Doug Mahnke on Instagram, and you're just gonna see some amazing stuff. We're gonna jump him. We're gonna bring him into the studio now. As soon as I figure it out, there it is, and we're gonna bring him in, and we're gonna talk about some stuff. Let's bring Doug in here.
Hello. Oh, now we're getting feedback again.
1 second, I'm just gonna mute one of those. There we are.
There we go.
And I think we're good to go. I'm going to give Doug the floor.
First off, Doug, thank you so very, very much for joining in and being our master DC art teacher for our back to school special.
And I think our audience is ready as long as you are too.
And then we have to have audio on one of them.
Is there one that's... Oh, we unmuted. Here, let's mute this. Unmute that one. There you go, Doug. I think you should be ready now. I think. There it is.
All right. Oh, feedback. Hello, everybody. We're here to teach you a little bit about comic book art, comic book drawing, some of the methods that I use, and where should we get started? I suppose everybody likes to draw heads, right?
Do you guys like to draw heads?
Yeah.
Yeah, that sounds good.
All right. Well, you want to see a cool trick, by the way? I'll show you a cool trick on making circles. Watch this.
No way.
Wow.
Not so hard, right?
I can't
Let's do
see.
this. Let's bring it up.
So you just you keep your hand still and you turn the paper, right? Is that what you did, Doug?
Goodness
Yeah,
gracious.
that's what I did.
Okay.
So, how's the resolution, by the way?
He spun his paper.
Wow. Oh, okay, it kind of worked.
Oh, yeah, you did pretty good.
How do we do it?
So you're going to take
Okay,
it.
watch
Mine's big.
Yeah.
Mine's big. So you're gonna stay still?
Yes.
I use my pinky. I put it in one place.
I'm not ready.
There.
So we do this.
Okay.
So how do you do it?
That is okay. So how long did it take you to master that, Doug? Probably not as long as us.
30 seconds, maybe. It's a little thing that I just
This is pretty good. I like it.
figured out once. Didn't have a compass, so I used my hand.
Oh,
Anyway.
well, exactly. You have to improvise and you have to use with the tools that you're given, right?
So I have a question. Can you guys see what I'm doing very well, or is it? I see a delay on my screen, but
We can see it. There is a little bit of a delay.
okay.
Oh, he's got a circle inside a circle. I see.
But is it clear?
Right?
Is it clear?
Okay.
Is it clear?
So for example, can you see the pencil?
Oh, it's real faint.
All right. I wonder how we can
Oh,
fix
there
it.
you go. That was better. It's getting a little bit better. Oh, yeah, some light.
But I wonder why it's so bad.
I'm kind of having a mistake.
Oh, are you?
Oh, that's okay.
Maybe I should grab something a little darker. I'm not sure why it's. Maybe the problem is we have a bit of a delay in the.
Yeah, that's okay. We're working through it. We can watch what you do as you do it.
Yep. We can see the circle.
Yeah, we can.
Yep.
There's two of them, right?
Okay.
There's two?
Is there two circles there?
So you take your circle, all right? We're going to draw somebody looking that direction.
Okay.
Okay.
Right. So you make your circle. Got a nice little circle, right?
Yeah.
Go to the top of that circle and pull straight down like this.
Oh.
So.
Okay.
What?
And then, believe it or not, you're just going to angle back towards the circle.
Okay.
Okay. And just so you can get an idea of what this actually is, well, it's a head. See, put a neck on it, easy.
Okay.
All right. So once we've got this far,
Wait, how do you do it?
draw across through your head.
Kind of like that. We're going to fold it to the side.
Okay.
Oh.
Right. Now this is going to be our eye line. This is where the eye is going to come in. Often when I'm drawing, I'll just go like this and I'll make a little triangle like this. Upside down triangle. Of course, this is a Batman type of face. We'll draw a Batman. Okay. How's everybody doing?
We're plugging
Is it
along.
I'm good. I'm working
Is
on
it
it.
a straight line? Like this?
Like that.
Yeah. Kind of. Yep.
Yep.
Oh, see, there's the eye.
Kind of the brow.
I
Oh,
see
wait,
it.
there's no circle inside of a circle.
There we go. Like that.
Yeah. No, that was my bad. Might be sabotaging you.
All right.
So Doug, what do they call that when is it a profile when they go from the side?
We would call it a side profile.
Side profile.
Sweet.
So you do that.
Oh, we should tell people.
Now, you're going to put a nose on this. Now, that's a matter of taste as to how big you want this nose, but you're going to divide your bottom part in two and put another triangle.
Ooh, okay.
Is it like that?
Yeah, there you go, sideways. Yeah, that's good. You put the triangle.
And that's why you always have erasers, because you know what?
I am erasing so much right now.
And Doug, when did you start drawing?
Oh, no, I see it. Wait.
Did
is
you draw
there-
as a kid, Doug, or
Hey,
did you start
Doug,
drawing as
is
an
there
adult?
this?
That's pretty good. So I think it comes down kind of this way so that his chin can be over here. Because then.
Oh. Great.
And then.
Here, can you hear me now?
There we go. Now we can hear you.
Ooh.
Sorry.
No, that's okay.
Both.
Okay.
Okay, so everybody got this far, right?
No,
I
wait.
think, let's see. I don't think there's some cowl in there, right?
PT Dan is the best furthest along.
Oh, shoot.
Us
Yeah, you're right.
four have gone through 3 erasers. I'm on my 3rd eraser. You guys
Hey,
second,
Dan.
first,
First.
first.
Yes,
Okay,
absolutely.
all right.
Okay, now watch.
We're
We're
gonna
gonna add just another tiny little triangle right here. Top lip triangle.
Because that's gonna be our chin.
Kind of make it a. Okay.
Oh wow,
Mine took like a few years.
did you have a cheekbone in there?
Yeah,
Well, I probably just keep putting something in.
a little something
Oh,
there.
my goodness gracious.
So Doug, when did you start drawing? That's when I think when the audio cut
About
out.
age, I think 3 when I showed an interest and I sat down. And
Three.
I was a very active child, but I like to draw, so that's how they got me to sit down and not keep running around. So I would say quite a while.
Definitely.
Doug, can I ask you a question that's a little bit, I think I know the answer to. Did you ever get in trouble in school for drawing?
Trouble, well, sometimes teachers didn't appreciate that I would take a piece, they would give you a test or something, even to do my letters, learn my ABCs. And I often flipped the paper over and I would just start drawing on it. So my kindergarten teacher and I came to an understanding that I could do some drawing on the paper after I did my letters.
Oh my.
She and I weren't the best of friends, but that's it.
But you did the work. I don't know. Yeah, I get it.
Now, I would add just another, if you notice like this little part from the mouth, it's basically resting on that line.
Ah.
It's very much like this.
Oh, I see. Oh, no, I see.
And
So
then
can you make him laughing, or does he have to be sad?
another triangle. Look, this is all made with triangles. Almost everything. Triangle, 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 triangle.
Oh my goodness.
Okay.
So art has a lot of math.
What? Triangle,
Well,
triangle, triangle.
I can tell you this. I see
Okay, let's
frogs. I'm using mostly.
make his nose coming down this way.
So wait, what?
Yeah, you got
I'm
it.
using mostly geometric shapes to create imagery.
Like this?
What's
Yeah,
that, Doug?
like that. Perfect.
I use mostly geometric shapes, a lot of triangles, especially to when I'm fleshing things out on a piece of paper.
Okay.
I don't think of it in terms of shoulder, then arm.
You did what?
I think in terms of shape.
Aha.
In terms of shapes.
Yeah.
So when you're in geometry class, you can be thinking of drawing, and the teacher you can't get in trouble.
Yeah, the one math class you can draw in.
Right?
I'm doing this.
Okay.
No,
Now here's another angle. So for the cheekbone, because this is Batman, we're going to make a little sharp thing down from the lower part of this triangle, and then pull it down to the far part of the cheekbone or the jawbone. Okay.
Okay.
So,
something like that. Does it go all the way up to his eye, or do we?
It goes from
I'm sorry, to the
the
other
bottom of
triangle?
this. Think of this as the shaded area of his cowl. His eye sets in here.
Uh-huh.
what?
All right. See, my forehead's a little.
Here, so like things, some of the details that I would just do without thinking about it. Let's say we had that shape for a nose, a triangle, and then I will just cut off the end with just a line.
Maybe droplets.
Before you have a nose.
Huh.
All right. There's always a lot of sculpting that goes along afterwards, because I'll lay down stuff like this, but then I go in and I fix things and change things and adjust things. So then from the mouth, a little line gets pulled back, a little T may be added, like a sideways T. Can you guys hear me? Where did you guys go? Well, I just assume that I'm there somewhere, because I can't hear you guys now. You're still there.
Yeah.
Oh, you're back.
We're back. Sorry, you know what we'll do? We want to make sure people can see that. Oh, look at that.
That's a good start, Holly.
Let's do this one.
Wait,
Not
Wait,
that
what?
though. Let's do.
it's hard to see.
It is. That's okay.
Oh, you're doing great, girls. You want to show them what you're drawing so far?
So
Let's do this.
yeah.
Let's do this. Here's where we're at so far.
I'm more like Pac-Man. I'm going for the Pac-Man look.
I think mine might
I like
actually
yours.
be doing all right. Not sure. We're working on it.
You're definitely
How do you do that?
masked
Guys, I can't
masked
see.
character.
Something. I'm gonna pull
So-
up now. I gotta pull that.
So while you're doing that, I'm going to also put a reminder in for the comments section that those following along, we hope that everybody's out there drawing along with Doug, and that when you leave a picture or a picture of your picture, right?
Yeah, like a
In
drawing.
the comments, then we are giving away some posters from the 605 Pop Culture Con. So it's like a participation award for trying, because again, this has taken you 30 years, Doug, right?
More.
Yeah.
More.
Yeah.
And so for us to be able to get that, it's a lot of practice and doodling and just picking up a pencil and just picking something out in the room sometimes can work, right?
Yep, you're absolutely right.
Yep.
There's that cheekbone. You might, just to make it easier on yourself, you might just
I like
take this
that
line
better.
over.
Yeah.
So that you know kind of where because the neck is going to come down.
So can I? Let me
I'm sorry.
Yeah,
ask you guys something.
There we go.
We're gonna make Batman here, but if it was Batman's ear, because ears are really fun to draw. All right. Watch this. Let me grab a piece of paper.
Go right above your head here.
Want to see how easy it is to draw ears?
Yeah, let's see it. Triangle.
This is me drawing in here.
Like the other side? The other
Can we
side?
bring it in even closer?
I was gonna say, can you zoom in a little bit?
Sure.
Did he flip the
What?
other side?
Yeah.
Oh wow, there's an ear.
What?
How did he?
Okay, watch.
How did you do that? Oh, that's amazing.
Here.
Oh my gosh.
That's amazing.
Tinier.
Dude!
Even tinier ear. Pointy ear.
Okay, so make it.
You know, if you were like here in person, I would throw my pencil at you. Okay, I gotta toot my own horn a little bit. I always would get straight A's in art, and I could never do ears.
Yeah.
And then here, look at our teacher.
You just did like 16 ears in 3 seconds.
There's like an ant's ear and
He's got more
Batman's
ears
ear.
than a cornfield
Pointy
right
ear.
now.
Right?
Okay, so this is
How
how
did
you
you
do the
get the
ear.
Okay,
As
watch
long
it.
as you can get the first shape down. You know, it's not exactly like this, but close to it. Let's say if you did that without, what could we call it? It's almost like a 9 without the circle, right?
Yeah, or a C.
Here, let me find another fresh spot on the paper.
Okay.
So let's do a
We just
9
draw this thing back.
like that. Okay? Then you come near this top part. You start about right here inside.
Okay.
And you, well, a little bit deeper. Let's see, go like that. Okay? So then those two, don't worry about this little part right here.
Okay.
Now right here, you put this part. And then you do a little jog this way, then over.
Oh, interesting.
Then you would go like this. And of course, cartilage sometimes has a little variety, but this is roughly what most people have.
I don't know. Mine doesn't look like yours, Doug. I mean,
I've drawn
ear,
thousands
but,
of years. I've drawn thousands of years.
Mine looks like an apple that somebody took the bite out of.
Mine's look like a 30 years.
Mine looks like an unborn human embryo.
Well, that means you're close
How do
to
you
the
do
right thing.
That's just not. Yeah. Wow. Oh, that's a good one. That's good.
Oh, you're doing great.
Did you even? You didn't even
So
try
there's
your
the
ear.
other little thing.
Try your ear.
Okay.
These are the pivotal
How do
spots.
you do it?
This way.
that.
Think about this. This way. This way. This way.
Up and around.
Make your little 9 shape without the circle.
C right there. And then he said you go up and over like that.
Okay, so those of you watching, if you want to comment with just a picture of drawings of your ears, that would
Yeah.
count too, right?
Yep, I think that counts. That's
We-
partial credit.
We don't want to see real ears.
Yeah.
Unless, I mean, Doug's are pretty
That would
much like
be-
real ears.
Yeah, those are
both-
eerie.
That was corny.
Oh,
But bump.
I will send you my course so that you can learn how to draw ears perfect.
oh my goodness.
All right, let's get back to this thing that's going to be back.
Okay.
All right.
He goes back and it looks like Batman.
Okay. So using the method I did, often you need a little bit more. You might want to add a little more to the chin on the bottom. And the chin is almost out the same. Of course, let's see. It's more like that.
If I go right with the best view, your face is.
Let's see.
And remember, if we had an ear, it would be right here.
Oh yeah.
Okay.
But we're going to take this out. Okay. We've gotten this far. Now, a little detail to make Batman's, because usually he has got an arch to his brow. So to make this shape, I will just go up this way, down this way. I'm sure there's technical terms for everything I'm doing. I just don't know.
I'm pretty sure you can invent the technical terms now. You've been doing this for many years.
They could be called a Mahnkeism.
Yeah.
All right. So at this point, then we're going to take from the tip of the nose, and we're just going to make a line across. Then we're going to cut in almost as far as the end of his eye. And I have a very subtle way of doing it. Then we angle back and down.
How are we doing?
My Batman looks like a
Oh
balloon.
my.
Balloon Batman.
Balloon Batman.
Yeah. That would have definitely been on the Adam West show, I feel like.
Okay, that's me. Good news.
I know that's crossing universes, but is there like a multiverse in DC, Doug?
Oh, of course there is.
Of course.
Well, Flash.
It's the 52. Whatever.
Oh,
Yeah,
yeah, that's
yeah.
right. Yep.
That's right.
So
Oh my goodness, you're doing great, dude. Look at the mouth.
the Batman can be
I like it.
in the.
Okay, so how's your
Okay.
cowl? Yeah, your cowl's looking
So
great.
I threw inside our little thing here. Remember we made that line as I put another little triangle. There's eye.
How many times are you going to think of
Did he not?
an
draw
eye being a triangle? You know what I mean?
That's the easiest way to do it from the side.
Oh my
If you're gonna draw an eye,
that? Draw the thing.
here, let me grab a piece of paper.
Yeah.
I'll do a little eye. Look at eyes from the side.
Wait, how did he draw the eye?
Another triangle.
He drew,
His
he
eye
drew-
is a
he drew-
triangle.
It's like a top flat piece. Yep, and then it comes down like that, just like that.
Just like that.
So when you're doing the eye,
Something.
the upper lid will be a little bit over, then the lower lid will be a little under.
Um,
Add some lashes. Boom, eye.
amazing.
And
What you'd really be surprised is I can't actually see what I'm doing because my wife is holding it.
okay, now you're just bragging.
If it looks like what it's supposed to be, that's pretty cool.
Wow.
Now, does Batman have eyelashes?
Not on the cowl.
I mean,
Oh, let's go back. Let's
Yeah.
go back to the.
Ear thing.
oh yeah. Oh, we're gonna get the. Was he was just showing us a demonstration of an eye. Now
Yeah.
we're going back to Batman.
So then, for me, when I do his ears, originally when I first started drawing Batman, I would just put like a triangle on top of his head. Okay.
Right.
Okay.
But over time, I liked, and I probably because I saw other artists do it. It's using the back of the head as a curve upward, and then it just makes more pleasant look, I think, than just straight up on his head. I like it coming off the back of his head.
And I ran out of room.
I always tend to make Batman with a really thick neck because
Oh, yeah.
he's a human being. He needs a thick neck to survive all the bad guys he has to fight, who are superpowered.
Well, and it's hard for him to you always see it. And he's in the movies and stuff. It's always hard for him to turn around.
Yeah, true. Barely move that head.
Right, exactly. So growing up, what was did you have a favorite thing to draw?
Spider-Man.
Oh, interesting.
Spider-Man, okay.
I really didn't know anything. To me, when I started collecting comics and reading comics, I was about 5 years old, and the guy who gave them to me was a college student who my parents rented a room to in basically our basement. in Pullman, Washington, so in Washington State University, and he played rugby and he collected comics. So he was basically a bloody mess most of the time, scabs all over his knees and elbows, read comics. And he gave me his comics when he was done. I probably had my hands on some really pivotal comics, but I didn't collect them not to read them. I collected them because I really enjoyed them.
Right.
So at the time, actually we moved to, I had a healthy little collection. It was all from him. And we moved from Pullman, Washington to Kansas City. And first thing I did when the moving truck was there and I went through the boxes, I said, Mom, I went through all my boxes in my room. Where are my comics? Where are my comics? And she says, oh, I gave them to your friend Ricky. And my head just fell. I just, you know why? It wasn't just that she gave them to Ricky. That was okay. I just knew Ricky wouldn't care for them like I did.
Yeah.
I'm sure they didn't last long.
Okay,
But
yours are getting better, Rob.
Thank you.
anyway,
I made my ear like a shadow.
Great.
This is mine.
That's a quick synopsis of your origin story, right?
That's
so
sad.
but all the comics that he collected were Marvel. I never even saw a DC comic until I was much older. And then I just identified Batman with the TV show.
Yeah.
I didn't even realize he was a comic book character. But I loved Marvel. I loved Spider-Man, especially, and the Hulk and Thor. And
Nice.
I mean,
That's kind of back then. It was kind of the TV shows with there was the Spider-Man cartoons and
There was a 70s TV show of Spider-Man as well too, right?
yes.
A lot of.
Here, I'll throw a little to make this so you guys can see it better, and I'll finish it a little bit.
Okay.
With a
Oh
pen.
wow, he's like inking it in now. This is marker time, guys.
Marker time if you want.
You want to do it?
All right. And make sure they work.
I can't explain every little detail that I do because I don't even know that I do them.
Oh no, that's
No,
okay.
it's okay.
I think
But I wish I could explain as I do this why I do what I do, but I don't have the slightest clue as to why. It just
What? I was gonna say while you're doing that, we'll just go. Girls, do you have some questions for Doug about school or drawing or anything in particular?
How many comics did you make?
Hundreds. I don't even know. In fact, you'd be surprised. I was literally wondering that myself today, and I just know I don't know how many it is. I know that people have compiled. What do you call it? Is it not bibliography or?
Yeah, it's a bibliography.
Yeah.
Yep.
And I'd have to go through there and count them up and see because it's a lot.
That's incredible.
And we have to give you a congratulations as well, correct? Wasn't there a rather large announcement just within the past week?
Well, to me, it's all in a day's work, so you'd have to tell me what it is.
That's So the
I made a mistake.
it's a new short. Is it 6
Oh,
episodes?
Yeah, 6-issue mini with Jason Aaron, a writer who has spent most of his time, I believe, over at Marvel for quite a while. So he's doing some work at DC's. I'm sure so we're doing a 6-issue miniseries with basically Batman in outer space.
I was gonna say
That's
he goes
be so cool.
goes to outer space, so that's a whole different.
The best part about it, something like that, is there's no reference. I'm making everything up as I go along, so I don't have to worry about anything. I just draw.
Yeah.
So, what was your favorite subject in school?
Actually, science.
Oh,
It
really?
wasn't. Yep, I love science. I grew up during the space program. I was always interested in science. And I don't. I mean, I liked art, definitely liked it, but as far as something I was interested in, I loved art. I mean, I loved science, and I read a lot of stuff on science.
So PT Dan told me something I didn't know the other day, and he was able to hear you recite some of it at the 605 Pop Culture Con when you were here. That more math related, something to do with pi.
Pi. 3.1415926535897993749338279507288998164062862869998164062862089998. I mean, I could go on.
Do you know how many decimals you've memorized to?
Well, okay, two things. I never memorized them as one at a time. They're always groups that I identified as something. So I learned it usually in chunks of 4 to 5 numerals at a time. And so, for example, 8998 is easy to remember than thinking 8, then 9, then 9, then 8.
Yeah.
998 or 2884, or I mean the list goes on. I mean I threw in there 1971, 1971.
Oh man!
But that's how I learned it.
That's
something I know quite a bunch of.
So
but I don't know as much as I used to. I at my best, and there are people who've memorized thousands.
So if the girls are that would be a lesson for school, going back to school, is to always look for patterns, right?
Yeah, oh yeah. And art is very much pattern related. It's patterns after patterns after patterns. I'll show you the next. Okay, so there's Batman. But the thing is, me drawing Batman, I've drawn this head similarly the same way many, many, many times. I could sit down and do one really quickly. It's for me, it's very fundamental.
Like riding a bike for some kids.
Yeah.
And for others, it's like I can't do it. I don't. And whereas others, it's a piece of cake. And look at that. Yeah, look at that.
Oh, is he doing it really fast? Nice.
But the thing is, I'm repeating a pattern using the same kinds of things that I showed you. I just happen to know where they are, at this point. I don't have to put them down quite the way that you did.
And is there just one way to do it? Just, so for you.
People have all their own individual ways of making this character.
So he teaches us one way, and if it works, great. And there were certain things like, okay, your ears are better than my ears.
Yeah.
And your bat ear is good.
And look at the
I like
shading,
your chin.
The shading on the eye. We've got a bunch of good stuff.
Right.
Doug, do you ever draw and get frustrated with what you draw?
Yeah, actually, occasionally I do, just because for me, it's such a time-intensive experience. I have to do it for work. And if something isn't turning out the way that I want, unfortunately, us artists will sit there often and just keep banging our head against the same wall, when in fact, the best thing to do is to just put it away and do something else for a while.
So don't let it get you frustrated.
Yeah, come back after a while with fresh eyes and a better perspective, and often what was hard becomes easy. Sure. So that's bad.
Even with all the practice, it can still be a little bit of a chore to. Oh my goodness, I want to see that again. Show me yours again. I want to copy it.
Right?
Look at that. Oh my goodness, you got the whole. I want to pay attention to those shapes. I see some more triangles. I'm just going to try to imitate it real quick.
It's all triangles.
Wow.
I'm very geometric when I'm laying it down.
Yeah.
Here. Superman's.
That's my pet.
Yeah.
Wait, how
There
do
you
you do
go.
that? Wait, how do you
I'm
do
just
that
watching.
thing?
Now we haven't seen. Now I'm looking here. We've got 12 comments. I'm going to
Should
pull
we
up.
look at our comments and see what people are saying?
You keep drawing. I'll pull them up here and I'll
that'd be
look
great.
and see here.
Can I get the section?
And
Yeah, see, I can do a Superman. This is like doing ears.
Oh, the Superman S.
girls, did you guys have?
How do you do
Oh,
that thing?
The badass thing. So I started with this little triangle.
There we go.
Right here,
Okay.
This little triangle right here. Like an up and a down.
So we lost the video, but we can hear you.
Yeah.
Sharpie, yep. Hey friends, hello. Now we can hear you. Okay.
I wish I'd seen. Okay, so you started with the outside when you did it. Okay. I have been drawing that S since before I could remember. I can't even remember the first time I drew that, and yet I never made it look like that. It's always one of those things for me where I feel so like I can never get my point across with art because there's a shape. I see another triangle. This other shape though, there's a triangle.
Okay, we're gonna interrupt you, Dan.
Yes, sir.
So we've got a question here, and I'm gonna go ahead, Alexis.
Do you primarily work with pen and paper, or do you also illustrate in the digital space?
And this question comes from your aunt.
Yes.
Oh, that's great.
So their aunt Laura asks.
I prefer to use pencil and paper. I've done a little bit digitally for comics, and I've discovered I'm not faster that way. I have many friends who have converted, you could say, to using digital, and they've figured out, their technique, you could say, because it's not the same. Your line width, how you look at it, the fact that you can make something really big, you can get carried away with details that you'll never actually see or make useful, and it looks odd if you spend too much time on micro details, because it's not what I do when I normally draw comics.
Right.
But what I have used quite a bit is because if I'm inking a comic, if I'm inking pages, so I'll ink them organically usually, though I have done it digitally, but I just don't like to. Then I'll pull it into Procreate and I can make some adjustments of things I'm not happy with. And that's nice. I can do some editing before it gets sent, to the editor or the colorist. Other than that, other than my animation, which I do a lot of, that's all.
Okay.
But my preference is pencil.
Okay. So we've got a couple other ones. So,
Sure.
gentlemen, you might know him, Josh, our show director, because I am Doug Mahnke's biggest fan. Is he your biggest fan?
He very well might be.
Yes. And then we got some other ones from some honored families. One of the moms says, maybe you answered this already, but did you go to college for art?
I took one. Number one, I don't have a degree in art or anything like that. I actually went to school for machining. So I was a machinist by education. What I did do though, I did take a figure drawing class at a junior college, which was fun and I learned quite a bit. I was actually the youngest student in a class. Most of the people were older, and in Southern California, they could take the class. They kept taking it year after year or semester after semester. They were allowed to do that. So I was a 17-year-old kid in a class with mostly people in their 50s, 60s, and 70s. But that was still pretty fun. But that's the only college class I ever took. As far as comic book, education for, would going to school have made me a better comic book artist? I don't think so.
Okay.
We do have a question over here for Doug.
Okay, you guys go, and then Alexis has got another one here.
Can you help me make the bat sign? I mean, when he comes, where people show it.
The bat signal.
Bat signal, yeah.
Yeah, the bat signal.
Sure, we can make a bat. The thing that's interesting about his emblem, the bat, is that it's been drawn many different ways. Over time, they've used different versions of it. So, for example, we get a fresh piece of paper.
Yeah.
Like some have done, there have been some chunky versions of it. Let me use my pencil. So this is honestly trickier, harder, I think, than the Superman symbol, because the Superman symbol is just encapsulated in a diamond shape. But when I do, it's often it's already exists. I put it on something that already exists. So for example, I'm drawing it most of the time after I've drawn Batman's chest. And so I know where everything goes, but try to imagine, what if we went like this and made an M and cut off a little bit of the angle that goes down. See? So now we have a bat head, or bat head. Okay? Then let's make a little smile like this underneath there. Now depending on the style of the symbol, and you make another arc out from there. So think of these two are the same. They're very similar. Then so you can probably keep oriented with what you're trying to do. Make a little line down the middle, because down here is where we'll put the tail of it. Okay? And then if I was to say I was doing this for work now, then I would just make these scallops down like this.
Like little bird wings.
Bat wings.
Bat wings. Oh my gosh.
Not Birdman.
I just lost my DC card, didn't I?
Totally. You've been put back to square one.
See, going back to when I would draw skies, your little scallops on the bottom, that was my bird. That's how I drew a bird, was just a little whoop, whoop,
See, there's other, let's just look, see, like right now I'm drawing a book where the bat emblem is more like this. So let's see how we could break this down and make it easier to draw. Same thing, same head, same this, but instead of having the arc like this, it just comes more like this. I mean, here, for example, look, we have another diamond shape or an angle.
The top one looks like more of the original Adam West Batman.
Yeah.
There's a crucial.
Well, let's think about this. What if we did this to make it? What if we made a diamond shape like this? Okay. Put a couple scallops down this way. And we'll go straight across like this, where we put the head. Arc up.
Make it match up.
Oh, froze a little bit there.
We still
Oh, there we go. You're doing good here on the video. Ours in studio froze a little bit there.
Gotcha.
So while you're doing that one, Alexis does have another one from someone from Colton.
Melissa.
Okay.
Go ahead. You can if you want. Yeah.
It's from Melissa Stevenson from Colton. Do you color your own drawings for the comic books?
I do not. I usually work with a very fine colorist named David Barron. I have my talents, but one of them I don't think would be actually coloring the comics. I do color my own individual art pieces that I want to do, but the art of coloring comics is something that I have not even tried. I can put color on something, but making it work through an entire comic is a totally different experience.
And that probably takes as long, the amount of time it takes for you to draw is probably equivalent to the amount of time it takes another person to color and another person to do the storyline per se, maybe.
Yeah, let's face it, if I had to color it, the comic would take a long time to get done. David and all the fine colorists out there, they know how to do it. They do it fast, and it doesn't look like they did it fast. It looks like they put as much work into it as I have, which I know they rarely get that opportunity.
Right.
I've noticed that we're not moving here. Can you guys? Am I frozen?
So
Your video might be. Your other one's not. Let me see.
We'll see if we can pop the other one in to show you.
Okay, this is good.
So another question. Go ahead, Alexis.
There you go. Yeah, show them off. You've been working hard on those.
Okay.
Go ahead, Alexis.
It's from Sarah Jefferson.
What?
From Sarah Jesperson.
What has been your favorite character to draw? Why?
And this came from Sarah?
From Sarah, yes.
Well, there's a special answer for Sarah. That's just Martian Manhunter. That's all I would ever tell. But if I have to go according to all of the characters that I've drawn at DC, honestly, I seem to really like Superman and Batman. Batman is, for a couple of reasons. I would say Batman is easy to draw. He's not easy to draw because it's simple. It's because he has this darkness to him, which you can hide a lot. And then you get to play with the shape of Batman or the shape of his cape or whatever, you know. So you get to use this darkness of his look, and then his cowl, you know, is not all that expressive. Sure, the mouth is, but he basically has an angry look all the time. Well, if all I have to do is draw an angry look, that's easy. You don't draw Batman smiling ever. Superman gets to smile, Batman doesn't smile. But I've really enjoyed the times that I get to draw Batman. Maybe also because of the content, I've just really been fortunate. And as well as I've done some stuff that I really enjoyed with Superman. I spent 4 years drawing Green Lantern. I became hugely comfortable and happy doing that. I mean, I've done so many things at DC regarding characters, but I'd say right now, you know, it's Batman.
So
I should show you. I figured out like to draw another version of the bat symbol. Let's say you start with something like this. Start with a
Rectangle?
rectangle, and then on the edges you put circles. Now we're circled inside there. You can cut it in half. Oh wait, no, that's not how it was. Well, I can run with it. Let's imagine this. Take the rectangle. On each end, put a D, one facing one way, one facing the other way. Okay.
Letter D.
Letter D.
Yep.
Okay.
Okay.
And then from here you go 2, 2, 2, 2.
Oh, the D's are big. Oh shoot. Letter D. Make it jump big enough.
And here you have another version of the bat symbol.
I like it. My D's look like ears,
Bat ears.
but my ears don't look. My ears don't look like ears.
Oh my gosh.
I can only draw
Yeah.
ears by accident, I think. Ooh, I
My
like it.
my bat signal would be coming to my bat signal. People be running away from my bat signal. But you know
I
what?
like it.
Practice, practice, practice. Is there another one? Alexis says we have another question for you.
Sure.
It's from Laura. How do you approach drawing a new character?
Well, the first thing I do is I find out what people have come to appreciate or know as the character. So the one thing I don't want to do is just take a character I'm unfamiliar with and just run all over this character. I want people who like the character to identify if there's something they identify with it. So for example, if there was a thinner character, I wouldn't want to make him huge and beefy, or if he's tall, I wouldn't make him short. So you learn the things that make the character identifiable. And from then, you know, if the costume is designed in a economical fashion, it usually falls together pretty quickly. Sometimes, well, I've done it myself, is I over design stuff that I have to other people have had to draw after me, and that's a curse. You know, nobody wants to sit down and draw something and find that, oh, I have to put all of this detail. Well, it's just how it happens sometimes. But most of the characters are pretty economical in their design, or something memorable. So I try to get the feel for what people really want, and then I put my own spin on it well enough. So it looks like my work.
Because everybody's got their own style, it seems like. There's always, and that's the neat thing when at the 605 Pop Culture Con and listening to everybody and all of the amazing artists that were there, and there's, just like we said, there's no one way to draw, and there's, everybody's got their favorite style that, I like this one because he's so realistic, and I like yours with the beefy Batman. I remember I saw that when it was announced with your new series, and there was a comment about how they loved your muscular and your chiseled look that you always give to the Batman. And I always find that so interesting. It was fun listening to everybody at the event and just the whole array and the whole spectrum of different likes.
Yeah,
it was really cool.
I love the interest, the varied interests of the people who are into different types of comics. Oh, that's looking great, girl. Look at that. I was wondering, do you have a mirror and you just sit and flex whenever you're doing Batman from the shoulders down, or?
No, I don't have to. I've spent so much time drawing this stuff and being in gym culture. I've learned more from looking at other people than ever myself.
Nice.
I'm just a gym rat. If you find me not,
I think I figured this out.
Working, I want to go to the gym. Let's see what you got.
Oh, let's see here. Let's pull. We'll go big.
Holly has the entire.
Big
I'm not finished
I
yet.
I think she has all of Gotham in there.
That's amazing.
I'm not finished yet.
There's a lot of background there, girl.
That's awesome.
All right, man.
Nice.
Anybody else? Okay.
You want to show yours, Alexis? No? Okay.
Oh,
I'm proud of my bat signal. I like my bat signal.
Oh, look at that. Oh, you
My-
totally did that.
my
You
my
did that
ears-
better than- you
My
did that better
head,
than-
I went way too big on the head. So
Oh
Yeah.
wow, yeah. Oh, but you did a great job. Look at the shading.
I can,
I don't know what's going on with mine, but it's not anything good. Let's see. Oh, there's my symbols. It looks like some kind of Nintendo Switch thing, and then, but I do have a face, so I did
Yeah,
get that.
not bad. See,
How you doing there, girl? Do you think you got something you want to show it off, or no?
Not yet.
Not yet. Okay. All right. Let's see what Doug's up to.
okay. So, what kind of stuff do I draw when I'm like in a restaurant or just having fun? Because I often like to draw just funny faces. You'd think I'd always be drawing comic book people, but no. Most of the time, I draw something like this.
I think I'm ready.
You guys still got audio on me? I like to draw big baby heads. Okay, I can't hear you guys. Are you there? Hello?
We're gonna come back.
Oh.
I just didn't want to crowd you. I wanted
Here's
everybody to
mine.
see it. Let's see. How are we doing here?
there. Can you hear us now?
You should be able to hear us, I think. Let's see. Can we get the drawing big still?
I'm enjoying everything I'm seeing.
Pardon the experimentation.
That
looks really good, though.
I just do PT Dan over here.
That's I'm PT. Okay, that's great. I love it. Okay.
Oh yeah, it says we
So
lost
I
the
love-
audio.
Oh yeah, so we disappeared. Sorry. Everybody else should still be in there.
All right.
Doug should still be in there.
You can hear us, Doug?
Yeah.
Okay.
Nothing like the slipshod way of us. Okay. If we go through here, I'd love to just have this. Let's go here. There we go. Let's see what he's up to.
John
Oh my goodness,
Jesperson has a
look at
good comment. He says, always draw everyone. Everyone in there is their own
Oh,
unique
it's a
artist.
He is right.
Oh, I love it. Look at this. They're all connected. And did you see what he's doing right now?
Yeah.
He was drawing some with his right hand. Now I see him drawing with his left hand. Right?
No.
I'm a left
Or are
hand.
you just drawing lefty? Or are you just
switch.
holding the pen over there?
Here, we'll switch over. Let's see. I haven't done this for a while.
They do say left-handed people are in their right minds, right? Uh-huh.
Yeah, are you serious?
So this is incredible. Look at this. He just switched to his other hand, and he's still drawing.
Who is that? Oh.
That term is called, is it ambidextrous?
Yeah, ambidextrous. Yeah, I feel like if I did this, it would look like a dying worm. I would not.
At least you would be able to decipher that much.
Yeah. Oh my goodness.
Look at
It
that.
reminds me of the what is it? The Four Freedoms thing that Norman Rockwell did. That there's like all these cool profiles here.
Right? Exactly. There we go. Okay, so.
In case you needed your work compared to Norman Rockwell, now you've got that.
Oh yeah, I can rest easy now.
Yeah. Guy on the internet said, yeah.
So now
Amazing.
I'm checking it, but on my phone I only have the comments up from Facebook. So I don't know if
so
that's
we want to
all
see
of
if
them.
there's some more.
So let's see if there's other comments from some of the other sites, because we're also on YouTube and Twitter. And so that one there you go.
There we go. Okay.
And that looks like now I'm assuming that everybody's still working on their drawings.
Yeah, I haven't seen anybody. Nobody's winning a poster just yet. Now remember, if you post a picture of your drawing, you get a free, unique, one-of-a-kind 605 Pop Culture Con poster that was actually drawn by a comic book artist.
Yes.
Okay, so there you go. That was with the right hand. This is
Oh
with
my
the-
goodness! Look at this. He's got both of them up there. Isn't that crazy? So the
Is
guy
that
down at the
Superman?
bottom. Yeah, the bottom one really does look like a Superman, doesn't
Or
he?
it kind of looks like him.
He's not smiling though. He's a very perturbed Superman.
Yeah, we're.
The Clark Kent version without glasses.
Yeah, he's lost his glasses and he's realizing everybody's gonna know.
See, and that's the other thing I like about art is that everybody can kind of have their own differing opinion or okay, I see this or I see that. So like for me, when I look at those four pit faces, the one that sticks out is the little baby face. And for me, don't ask me why, but I'm getting Tweety Bird vibes.
Oh, you're right. There's a lot of head there.
Because of the big head and then the smaller face and all of that.
Look at this Clark Kent that's forming. Now there's
And
glasses on.
look at that. Yep.
I love this. That's
So
incredible.
somewhere on my Instagram feed is
Yeah.
Think, where I draw with both hands at the same time. So I have two hands going and I draw
Yes.
with both of them.
I wondered if I didn't know if you'd be okay with it. We might show it sometime, but I grabbed that off your Instagram because I thought it was amazing. I thought about showing it tonight, but I figured you'd have other things to show us, so we didn't drop it in.
No, that's all right.
It's truly incredible. The two Batman drawings that are facing off against each other, and one's drawn with one hand, one's with the other.
And look at that. That's
I couldn't have known which hand you were using. Actually, I couldn't have picked it out. I didn't know it was left or right. It's incredible. It's turning. So I love the classic Clark Kent look there. That's so cool.
I was just gonna say, hey, that guy looks like Clark Kent. Oh, boom!
Yeah,
there's Clark
and
Kent.
then all of a sudden, careful what you wish for.
Right, exactly.
Like now, the top one looks like who else should we
who
say?
does the top one look like?
The top one looks like from Spider-Man when he.
Oh
died
yeah, J.
jumping.
Jonah Jameson. It looks like J. Jonah
Oh,
Jameson.
a little
over
bit,
on the
little
top.
bit, yeah.
Oh yes, and here we go. Get me Spider-Man. I trust my barber.
Oh, I was, as a kid growing up, I was so mad at J. Jonah Jameson.
Wait, what I do him?
I love this. Freelance. No, it's the best thing for a kid your age.
Yeah,
He's got.
Do you play him?
No, I just like it.
I like my drawing that I drew of you.
That's
Make it
very
noise
good.
over here. Sorry, that's how I got in trouble. So Doug drew during class. He drew on his
Yeah.
test and stuff. I just made random.
you
noise.
just talked and got in
Yep,
trouble.
I
Yeah,
talked and got in trouble.
yeah.
Anytime I was in trouble for anything, it was talking.
Oh, I could get in trouble for other things now and then.
And look at that. That is just amazing.
Oh, it looks so good.
Bravo.
Oh, I love it. What a cool thing.
I really didn't do very well. I got very marginal grades in art class.
Yeah. Well, if you were focused on science,
I often didn't want to do what the assignment was, which was not very nice to the teacher.
Can you imagine how frustrated an art teacher would be if they had somebody with this caliber in there who's like, I don't really want to do this.
Right. It'd be like, oh. But you do what you're passionate about and what you enjoy, and
I still had one of my absolute most pivotal teachers was an art teacher, and I think at best she gave me a C or a C plus, but she was instrumental in really opening my eyes to things regarding how to view my work.
Yeah.
So then I'll tell you, her name was Pat Wolf, and I had her in 9th grade. She was actually a potter that's what her artistic expression was.
Yeah.
But she one day, and this isn't too unusual for kids who seem to have some artistic talent, as everybody tells them they're great, right? So that's all I ever heard.
Yeah.
So there I was in her class, and I was doing some drawing of a body, and she walks over to me. She goes, "The legs are too short."
Oh.
And my snap answer was, "No, they're not." And she didn't say anything to me. She just walked away. And then she came back with a couple of big, thick art books that had Michelangelo. It had Leonardo da Vinci. It had many, artists that I admired.
Kind of the Renaissance era.
Yeah.
And then she started. She didn't say anything. She just said open to a few different pages, and I looked at them. I looked at my art. I looked at them. I looked at my art, and I never felt the same way ever again about it.
Oh man.
I realized that I would always be learning something for the rest of my life. That I was always a work in progress, and to never think either kindly or unkindly. Everything that I was doing was just that at the moment, and that I had a lot to learn. And that's pretty much what she taught me.
To never stop learning.
Nope.
All she had to do was challenge
And
you.
also never be too one way or the other. Never be too impressed by your own self or to denigrate what you do. It's always a process, and you're always trying to learn it. And I learned by looking at what other people did, and it was really an eye opener. I was very good at taking criticism after that.
Nice.
Yep, didn't mind at all. If somebody had something to say about me, I'd listen.
And that's an important thing for people to be able to.
Yeah.
Miss Holly's got a question.
Oh, Miss Holly's got a question.
I think
Okay.
we're still up in the feed. We are, right? Okay. Yeah. We're
Yeah.
good. Let's do it.
Go ahead, Holly.
Ask away, girl.
What's your favorite part about drawing?
My favorite part? Well, there's multiple parts because work is part of it. So when I'm doing it for work, it's the satisfaction of the job well done, actually. Getting the vision of a writer onto paper and doing it in a way that I think does justice to the script. I get a lot of satisfaction out of doing a good job. When I look at the art, and I feel like, because art is one thing, storytelling is another. And I consider myself a pretty good storyteller. I've learned from a lot of really good people, and I've paid close attention to what they did, and many of them were writers who wrote a certain way, and I could learn from their written vision. So that in itself for work, that's probably what I like the best. When it comes to drawing, otherwise, when I'm just drawing and having fun drawing and just doing it in a way that is just pleasing to me, it's usually just having fun drawing goofy things. Funny faces, cartoon characters. That's usually what I like to do. Believe it or not, if I have to sit down and only draw superheroes all the time, that would, as much as I like doing it, it's only one part of this business that I'm in. So when I'm sitting down to draw, I like to draw old funny men or young kids or goofy looking characters, or just something that I don't always get to draw.
I remember growing up, my sister, who's a great artist, and she would just be sitting on the couch, and I'd look over her shoulder, and there'd be the lamp from across the room, or a vase, or one of the dishes from the kitchen, and it was just the simplest little things and everything was an object to draw.
I personally, my favorite thing to draw has always been like big muscly superheroes. I loved reading comics and I loved watching comic book movies when I was a kid. And I was a big Adam West Batman fan and Chris Reeves Superman. Oh my goodness! Yep. Oh,
I like the beard.
And then, but so like I would always try to draw those, but I could never make it look like the comic. I'd sit and like try to trace. So I'd figure out. I'm like, how did they start? How did they do this? And today helps me put together some of those steps because we had the circles and then we had some of those other shapes, and to know that it's all shapes with shading is really helpful, and to be able to break that down, it makes a lot of sense.
For me, it's always shapes.
Yeah.
And honestly, the triangle is the one I make the most use out of. Like if I have a very different method. Let's say let me back up just a little bit. When I draw professionally, which is of course quite often, I've drawn the same thing again and again and again and again and again. I'm so familiar with these things that, if I sit down to draw and I have to draw Batman, it might be as quickly as something like this.
Oh,
I'm not
on video there.
We lost the video of you from behind.
I think it shut off or something. It looks like.
Oh.
Yeah, sorry.
Hold on. Oops. Okay.
Back on?
Hold on.
So while you're getting that figured out, we do have another comment there from Melissa, which it brings up a good point too. So some of the kids might be finishing their drawings and everything. It's okay if you don't have it posted, before the end of tonight. We will.
If you add it to the, if you want to add it to the comments after the video, I think it might be a thing where you can't post pictures live.
Live, yeah. So we'll, as long as we get the notifications and stuff, we'll still honor that. We've got a nice chunk of posters, so we will definitely. Oh my goodness!
Oh wow!
Look at that now.
How fast he's going here.
That's what makes me able to make.
We have the audience to know we have no technical know-how to speed up what Doug's doing right now. Oh my goodness! I just love it.
What is it?
So he's like halfway. You remember how long we took to draw like this? He's like already done with that part. And he's got some of the cape in there and all kinds of stuff. He's got a face going. Look at that. I can already see some of the bat symbol on the chest. It's just like, it's all filling in here.
I think he has like this small beard.
I think it is. Well, it's definitely like a shadowy thing. You got to imagine Batman probably has a 5 o'clock shadow all the time, right? That's
yeah.
I think that's a guaranteed, right? Isn't that one of the, like in the contract with your drawings, is that he has to have a 5 o'clock shadow?
Got some stubble.
Okay, yeah. Holly did a little portrait of me that I got to share with everybody.
Please let me see.
There we go.
Can you show mine?
You can go.
Like right here,
Okay,
right
can you
here.
show it there?
Oh yeah, yep. And there's some more doodles of.
Oh yeah.
Oh, there's even Rob and I. Yep.
Yep. Oh, and which one?
Do you
I
want
want to
to
do PT Dan.
Oh my.
Oh,
goodness.
you want to do which one's
Which one is
PT
that?
Dan?
Okay, so I see Rob.
Okay, that
I'm
one.
so glad I'm not the vampire.
I was gonna say.
The screaming vampire.
Thought it was
face.
a screaming vampire, but that's
Oh,
PT
my.
Dan. See, and
That's not
we
bad.
we both still have the short hair from the St.
Oh
Baldrick.
my
So
goodness, look at this.
look at that. And the utility belt.
So one of the things that I love watching whenever I watch Doug draw on time lapse and stuff on his Instagram page is that he can also pull in like a sheen, like if a cape is shiny or something like that. Somehow he knows right where that's going to fall, and it just falls into place perfectly. So as he's like shadow, like coloring, shading, all that stuff, all of a sudden there's just that little shine there. Just like I've always seen shiny capes in comics, and I never knew where to put the shine if I was going to draw it.
Right,
It
exactly.
like pops in. Well, I think one of the biggest things tonight is that even not being very good at something, which I have not, my drawing is not fit for public consumption, but definitely fun still.
It's still fun
And
and
I
relaxing.
don't have to be good at it in order to enjoy the process of trying to make something come to life on paper.
I would agree.
And I think it's really fun for me to watch somebody who is good at it and try to learn what I can from that person, like Doug.
Oh yeah, definitely.
What do you think, gals? Did you have fun?
Mhm.
Pretty good time?
Yeah.
I want to see where this is going to go, and then we'll end up closing our show. So I think you guys should talk about right now while we're watching Doug go. What do you want to tell everybody at home? Did you? First of all, we're going to talk about the 605 Pop Culture Con. That's coming up at the end of the episode. Did you guys have fun there? You were there.
Yeah.
You are an honored family.
Mhm.
Holly had a couple different types of cancer, right?
Yes.
Yep. And her sisters were like the rocks, right? Both of you were. You were a donor,
Yep.
right?
Oh, yeah.
Bone marrow donor, right?
A bone transplant.
Yep. And big sister had to carry the other two through all of it, right?
You took care of mom and dad and everybody else.
And everybody.
I don't know because it might have been after when I got kicked by a horse.
Oh man.
Was
I
that
didn't
about
know
that
about
time
I
too?
didn't- Oh wow. you
Let's
guys had
add a
lot
few
going
more
on.
things. That's right. I remember that.
She hates horses now.
Oh, I bet.
Well, I bet.
I
So
hate
so
roller
so
skating.
you guys have gone through a ton of stuff,
Like I
haven't
broke,
you?
Maybe.
All of you
I
have.
broke my arm when it was May.
Oh man.
I had cancer and go to the hospital for a long time.
I missed her so much.
Yeah, you guys you're used to being thick as thieves, right? You're twins.
Yeah.
So that means it's tough whenever you can't be together all of a sudden, right? Did she ever get poked and you felt it from far away? I heard that's a twin thing. I don't know.
No, that's not.
Hey,
That's not a
Lexi,
twin thing?
remember where they put my sock?
I've heard that. I don't know.
I don't know if it's true or not.
Yeah.
Oh
No,
my
it's
goodness,
not
that's
true.
what
Okay.
we're doing here.
Okay.
Well, I tell you what.
Well, you all are amazing. That's just quite the story to tell me.
Can you
Totally.
see our Batman?
Do you want to see the house? Do you want to see how they're doing, Doug? I can show you what they're working on here real quick.
Well,
Let's do
I
it.
assume that I get these, right?
We can definitely. Does he get the originals?
Oh yeah, we could do that.
Can we send
We
Doug
could
the originals?
send them to Doug.
Which one? Who's the best here?
Oh, this one's
They're all awesome.
I think they're the best work
I
that I've
think
ever
Haley
seen from
does.
each of you.
That's
That's
right.
wonderful.
Wait, Lexi.
They're each of you have your personal bests.
What do you think of your students, Doug? Got an opinion?
I'm impressed that I taught so well.
So you guys have
really
to,
like.
you guys have to autograph them,
Okay,
okay?
well, maybe we can even we can write a little message to him. That'd be fun.
Yeah.
Send him a message.
So we'll
where?
need your
Let me
address.
Let me ask my wife. What do you think? Did we do a good job?
It's awesome, but I know
You
that
did
they're
good?
artwork, so they should send you a picture.
Oh, I see.
Because their mom wants your artwork.
That would be awesome. So hey, Doug, whenever you do your drawings, like for work, are you right where you do those right now?
Yeah, right now I have a sunroom here, and I've been working in this room for for a while. I like the sunniness of it. I like the light. I've worked in plenty of darkness, so this does me really good right now.
Yeah.
The irony of the Dark Knight.
The irony is that I need to see really well so that I can actually do a good job.
Right. Well, girls, is it past your bedtime yet?
No, ours are until 10.
There's a mother vigorously shaking her head on the other side of the camera, folks.
Yeah, exactly.
Haley, we usually go to bed like at 8.
No, we go to bed at 9.
Because you're on your phone all the time. Hey.
So we want to kind of wrap this up.
Yeah.
I
love
Doug. We cannot say enough. Thank you so very much.
Thanks for
I
having
think
me
we've
on.
all learned a lot.
Thank
Yep.
you.
This has been so much fun. A dream come true for me.
I was just gonna say, once in a lifetime, having
Yeah.
your art teacher
be a comic book
be a
artist.
comic book artist, and yeah, so we'll get those signed and we'll get those mailed off to you, and
We so
yeah,
appreciate
just to
spending the evening with us.
To know that drawing is for anybody.
It is.
Therapy.
Yeah.
For relaxation, for you, a job, a career.
Yeah.
You know, and yeah. So hoping everybody well wishes for back to school.
Absolutely.
And get back into that school routine, right? Yeah. See, I saw you on there.
No.
Oh,
I'll be back in the school routine. My wife is a teacher. She's heading back in the
That is so good.
And what does your wife teach?
second grade.
Oh,
fun.
wow.
Dang it, what?
She considers the funnest grade to possibly ever have to teach.
Oh, I bet.
Oh, that is a fun one.
I like a good second grade. They're always fun.
Yeah, that's
They're
awesome.
very open and they're very inquisitive and they have a lot to learn in second grade.
Yeah.
Now, do you ever go in and just wow them someday on like a special like presentation thing? Do you ever? I mean, she's got kind of an ace in the hole as far as special guests go for her room.
She's never asked me, but
Oh, is it because she's afraid of the blood?
I have a friend who just retired from, I think it was 5th grade. And I went and talked to her class and demonstrated a few years ago. And she retired this last year and she asked if I would come out. So the last day of school, I came out and we did it. So
That'd be so much fun. That would blow my mind as a kid. And
Yeah.
it's blowing my mind right now.
Yeah.
And I'm much too old to be considered a kid in the class.
Well,
Thank you so much for your time, Doug. I'm so glad that we got to spend this time with you. I'm glad that for the audience. I mean, guys, we'll keep looking at comments here for another second. Is there anything else we need to jump in here? I think I see the last one there.
yep.
I think we're okay. I
Yeah.
don't think we have anybody outstanding here.
Fellow artist Jason Folkert says, "Awesome, all nice work, Doug. Great as always."
Oh, look at that.
A lot of relatives. I think you have a lot of
Yeah.
relatives that have been on tonight cheering.
Hey guys,
you
look
on.
at this.
Look at that.
He's got
Look at
Batman in
that.
a close up right now. And look at this shine. He's got shiny
if I go
underwear.
back and look at this, I hope I can see who's there.
I wish I
That
had
is
shiny
so
underwear.
amazing.
This is like the best drawing I ever saw in the world.
Let's face it though, this was the best sheet. This is the one that made all the difference.
The ears.
The
Yeah.
ears!
The ears are incredible.
And they look like ears. Your guys even look like ears. Mine still.
I'll tell you what, the next time I come out to Sioux Falls, we'll sit down and we'll do an ear class. And we'll just try till you're all experts.
That sounds
I think it'd be
awesome.
awesome.
That is so. We are holding you to it.
Yep, please do.
There's plenty of people they're watching now, and they
Yeah.
will see it on replays.
Yeah.
Okay, you three, did you hear that?
Yeah.
When he's in Sioux
Doug's going
Falls,
to teach us how to draw ears.
an ear class.
Maybe we could do it in a cornfield.
What?
Eating
Yeah.
corn.
Yeah.
I like that.
Anything else that you want to say, Doug, before we?
It was totally my pleasure. Girls, you were great students and really fun to be with. Thanks for everything. And I would love to do it again sometime.
Oh, we love it too. This is wonderful.
Love to have you. Yes, thank you so much.
Doug. We'll go ahead and say goodbye, okay?
Bye, Dad.
Bye, Doug. Thank you.
Well, here we are. We're going to go ahead and close our show now.
Yep.
We do have a very special video. For those of you who came to the 605 Pop Culture Con, we are going to show you a little behind-the-scenes magic. Sorry, I just realized my face isn't in there. Hi, I'm going to talk. But we're going to show you a little behind-the-scenes magic from the 605 Pop Culture Con, and it includes our special guests.
Special guests. Yes.
And I'm not sure. Doug might even be in one of the shots or two, too. I will have to look.
I think so.
But this was it's been a great time. Thank you all for this. Make sure if you have not subscribed or followed the Voices Against Cancer page, what should they do, girls?
Like and subscribe.
I tell you, we are gonna, and we're just so happy to have all of you. Our community really is made up of stuff like this.
This
folks
is what
like
it's all
this.
about.
And it has
Right
always
here.
been. Do you? Is it to close the show?
Okay, just a minute here. We have to. What is that called? Misdirection. So we have to
like
pretend.
your favorite of those drawings.
Yeah.
Oh my goodness. Okay, so and if you want, you can comment on which drawing you particularly liked out of the. We have a lot of chin stubble in this. There's a lot of stubble going on.
Hang on here. No. I did get a comment. I believe it is from Aunt Laura.
Oh,
right?
oh.
Aunt Laura says Do not answer which is the best.
Do not make it a contest.
So there you go. Busted. Aunt Laura caught you. Busted. I'm standing up for Aunt Laura. Part of the community.
Let's do it. And so, without further ado, here is our video.
And tonight I see a great coming together of people who, in various ways, are suffering. And it's a magical feeling in this room to see so much happiness in the front of such an appalling disease.